What's up, y'all? Sorry about the last night. I know I was supposed to go live, but I came home late, so a lot of things that was going on with my apartment that I had to take care of. So that was kind of stressing me out. So I would talk about it, but that's personal information that I don't want to reveal on here. I just want to talk about NXT because I did watch it yesterday, so I just didn't give my review on it, but I'm giving it now. So I'll try again next week to do the live stream, but if I don't, like I said, don't be upset. I just have to plan differently. So let's talk about it. So if I could remember correctly, Candice was facing Shaw Brookside. That's the chick from NXT. I mean, not NXT. From TNA. Of course, Candice, advanced with the tournament with the number one contender match, so she'll be facing she'll be facing Sol Ruca at No Mercy. So that's good. I mean, shout out to Candice. I'm glad that she got an opportunity to go after the title that she won before. So I say, hey, I'm down with that. So shout out to Candice. Hopefully we get, it's good. That's good. We get to see her back on NXT. So that's good. So. Now for her to face Sol Ruca, I think that's going to be a great match. Now, do I think she's going to win? I don't know. But I do think that Candice winning that belt is good, at least so she could be two-time speed champion. But if she don't win it, hey, at least you tried, right? I just hope the next person that go after the belt is somebody from the NXT roster, So we'll just have to wait on that, but it'll be a good match. So Candice LeRae versus Sol Ruca for the Speed title at No Mercy. So I'm looking forward to that match. The good thing is it's on the date that AEW won't be on, so that's good. So we'll be able to watch it on Peacock. So I'm definitely going live that day, so don't worry about that. But next one, Lash Legend versus Jada Parker. It was a good match. I hate the fact that Jada Parker attacked her at the end. But, hey, she had to prove a point somehow. But I like the fact that the crowd was, digging her at the end. I'm sorry, not at the end. I like the fact that the crowd was going hard for Jada Parker when that song came on. I'm telling you, man, that theme song, I'm glad she changed her theme song because that theme song go hard, bro. When you hear that bass line, that's what everybody Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker. I'm so glad they did that because I be playing that theme song time and time again, and it's a really good theme song. So I'm glad they changed her theme song because that theme song go hard, man, no cap. But let me see. But hey, hopefully these ladies will go after Jessie Jane for the gold, but I hope that I hope Laura Vice take the belt from Jessie Jane. I really hope they take the belt because, like I said, Laura Vice won that match, so let her win the belt. Like I said, y'all already screwed AJ Styles with Dominic Mysterio, even though that's at the main roster. But still, Triple H, they already, he is part of it a little bit. So it's every time you see the credits, he's right there. So it's I just hope that that Shawn Michaels do the right thing and have Laura Vice win because you can't just have her win the number one contender spot to get set up to lose. I don't give a crap if you're trying to get Fallon Henry and Jasmine as tag team champions. They can't even treat Jasmine equally. So why the hell are y'all playing with this group? So it's just if you're going to do your part, you know what I'm saying? Do your fucking job and do your part. Like I said, Sean, you're the GOAT when it comes to bookings. Why? You already screwed Javon Evans. So stop. So don't screw Laura Vice. Come on. Like I said, we all know you're not going to change titles with Ricky Saints. So change titles with Jessie Jane. Come on. We need Maya May to go after the belt. Not right away, but I'm just saying, at some point this year. So do your part. Come on, like I said, hopefully, like I said, hopefully Laura Vice will win so that way we can get Jada Parker and Lash Legend to go after the belt because this has to stop, bro. Seriously, this has to stop. Okay, all this book, all this bad booking we're seeing in the main roster, we don't need to see it on NXT, bro. We don't need that. We're good. So please do your part, man. Also, as speaking of tag teams, we do have next week is going to be a triple threat match, and whoever wins gets to face Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair for the titles. Which I'm a little bit, I'm kind of like, I have my thoughts about it, where I don't know if I could trust that, because if you're going to have these ladies face the champions, tell me how is Secret Service not going to interfere? You know, when they've been attacking Alexa and Charlotte for the past couple weeks, like, how is that going to be in play? Like, are we going to get, like, okay, like, all right, if you're going to do that, then let's get Alexa and Charlotte to end the Secret Service beef. All right, let's put the titles on the line this Friday, so that way we can end this shit for real, for real. You get what I'm saying? Like, end this shit. You get what I mean? Like, because it makes no sense to have to have this match when the Secret Service is still beefing with them. You get what I'm saying? Like, something has to change. So I don't know if I feel comfortable with it, because the Secret Service, they still gonna be beefing with them. So it's like, what about this? What if we have the match, right? Let's say Sol Ruka and Zyra wins and they face Alexa and Charlotte. What if the Secret Service pull up? What we gonna do? If it's no disqualifications, what do you do? That's what I'm saying. Like what are we supposed to do with that? Like, I don't know how, I really don't know how they're gonna do this. I really don't, because you gotta think about it. What about the Secret Service? They're going, and I'm telling you, they're going to interfere. And don't call Roxanne and Raquel, because they're not going to come, because we all know they're not going to come. And the reason why they're not going to come is because they're too busy going after solo titles now. They're not even thinking about the tag team titles. They you know, Roxanne over here trying to go after the Women's World title, which I think that's unfair, because you shouldn't be going after no title, knowing that you got more than 18 losses. You shouldn't be going after that at all. Go after the mid-card title. And let Raquel go after the Women's World title. But then again, we gotta wait till next year, because that's the plan for next year, is that Raquel going after the Women's World title. And if that's the case, I'll wait. But damn, is she gonna do anything but just stand there and let Roxanne get all the title opportunities while she get nothing? Like, stop playing, bro. And now you want to get the NXT teams involved, but what about the Secret Service? That's what I'm saying. I hope they don't interfere, but if they do, I won't be surprised, because I'm just letting y'all know in advance that if they do decide to come out and cost both teams the match, then don't be surprised, because they want it too. And I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do that, then why don't you come back next week and tell Ava up front that, hey, we want, well, not Ava, but tell Nick Aldis that, hey, we want the tag team titles, we want to go after that. So I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. But if you're going to do that, then let's have a triple threat match at No Mercy, so that way we can end this shit. You get what I mean? So why don't you do that? You know what I mean? So do that shit. You know, because I know they're gonna interfere. But if they don't, good. But if they do, I won't be surprised. I'm just letting y'all know in advance. So let's get to the next one. But I just want to let y'all know in advance, there might be interference involved. So don't be surprised if it does happen. But let's get to the next one. We did have Tyron Heights and Ethan Page backstage talking to Ava. They're supposed to have a flag match. I don't remember when it's happening, but y'all comment down below, let me know. But I think it's supposed to happen next week, or maybe it might happen at No Mercy. I don't remember, but I do know that they're gonna have a flag match, and you know, and that's all I can remember for that one. But y'all comment down below and remind me, because I don't remember. But I do know they were backstage talking about a flag match. So I don't know where it's going to be placed, but whatever is going to be placed, that's what they're going to have. So there you have that. And then, of course, next up we got, Javon Evans. He came out and, he explained, why he hasn't been, he didn't appear last week, and the reason why is because he was disappointed that he lost because of what happened with the ref and over Femi's foot being under the rope, and that's the reason why he's really kind of down, because he don't know if he ever going to get a title shot again. And I guess it looked like he was trying to cut a Ethan Page promo, because he definitely was down and out. But the thing is, the difference between that promo and this promo is that Ethan Page was doing damage after that, showing his demon side. Javon Evans didn't show nothing but his weakness, and that's the reason why Josh Briggs came out. And when he came out and tried to give him some game, because I ain't gonna lie, Josh was speaking some facts. I mean, he was pretty much, he was talking his shit. I mean, he was saying like how, if you want something, you got to take it, and unfortunately, Javon was doing all that stuttering, and then that showed weakness to Josh to the point where he hit him with the boot. They call it the 6 foot, I guess. I don't know why, the six size foot, whatever they call the boot. But that's his finisher move, I guess. And that's crazy, that's his finisher move, but unfortunately it is. That's his finisher move, the boot. So, that's crazy, because everybody be doing the boot. It ain't never been their finisher. But for them it is, but for him it is, because, he's tall, he's big, he got long legs. So obviously he's going to do that boot. And then, of course, he hit it on Javon, and he tried to show him what it is, to the point where he hit that choke slam on the steel chair. So, yeah, Javon definitely got his ass whooped, but he had it coming. I mean, look, you show weakness to a guy like him. Obviously, he gonna show you the biz, and he hit you with that redneck type of flow. You know what I'm saying? Hit you with that redneck type of game. So he definitely had to whoop your ass in order for you to recognize real. He got that small town throwdown on him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. These rednecks, they will let you know the biz, and obviously he let him know the biz, and So I can't be mad at Josh for that, but hopefully these two will get title opportunities down the line. But they're definitely going to be beefing and for a minute until No Mercy. So I can see that we might have Javon versus Josh Briggs at No Mercy, and when that happens, hey, it'll be a good match. But the question is, who's going to win? Now my money's on Josh, but if Javon wins, I won't be surprised. But it's just like, if you're going to have Javon win these regular matches, why don't you have him win title matches as well? You know what I mean? But I guess he's showing weakness right now, so they got to see if they can toughen him up by turning heel. But it's like, what if he turned heel, what would be the point? You know what I mean? Like you can't get him. What are you going to do? Hook him up with Dark State? Are you going to do that? Because time already wasted on that shit. And speaking of Dark State, they did cut a promo during everything before their match with Obafemi and Ricky and Hank and Tank, and they seem like they're coming after everybody. Same old, nothing different. But again, I will tell you this: if you watch the ending, you will see why they shouldn't be talking all that talk when they know what it is, right? So when you create so many enemies, at some point they're gonna get on your ass, and obviously they got on their ass. So, but I gotta talk about this another match with Josh Briggs, where Josh Briggs was facing Chase U, and obviously he won because of that 6 foot, because of that 6 foot move, the boot. He hit him with, hit one of the members with the boot, and he took out everybody, man. He took out everybody, including Andre. You know what I mean? Hit a choke slam on the announce table, and that was one of the members, though I don't know his name, but I know he hit that choke slam, and it was a wrap by there. But Josh letting people know he ain't playing, so I'm rooting for Josh, man. If he get that match against Javon Evans at No Mercy, man, I'm looking forward to it, because Josh letting y'all know he ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Them days with him and Fallon Henry and Brooks, man, them days are over with, bro. He letting people know I ain't playing. So it's he killing it right now, man, and I'm rocking with it, bro. I'm rocking with it. Now we gotta get to we also gotta get to the Nutter match. Well, actually, before the match, let me talk about this real quick. Now, Trick, Trick Williams. He cut a 8-minute promo talking about how ain't nobody messing with him, and and everybody gonna have to step to him and whatnot. And I'm amazed that Booker T didn't do much ad-libs in the beginning of his entrance, but it is what it is. But the return of DIY coming to NXT. Remember, ain't no NXT without DIY. We just keep it 1,000. They were the big dogs at NXT, and then as soon as they come to the main roster, they became jobbers. But it's great to see the crowd going crazy for DIY, because I really thought they were I don't know, the crowd really made them look like face, because they are heels, but the crowd look at them like they were baby face, and that's scary. When you supposed to be heel and you supposed to be booed, and DIY is literally like looking at it like I don't know what it is, but DIY is literally like they're getting treated like babyface, man, and that's crazy to me. Man, that shit crazy. But hey, I mean, that's good, but god dang, man, like the standing ovation for DIY is amazing, bro. But hey, they were just reminding people and letting them know that there wouldn't be no NXT without them. And Trick was just like, yeah, y'all were the ish back in the day, but now look at NXT. Now the NXT is wrapped around me. And of course DIY did not like that. And then is it Tommy? Yeah, Tommy. He pushed Trick Williams, and literally Trick Williams tried to fight back, but couldn't stop the numbers game because Johnny had to hit him with some kicks, including Tommy. So they definitely laid Trick Williams down on the ground. So they took him out. But it is what it is on that one. But now we're gonna get to the next one. So let's get to this tag team match. This 8-man tag team match. Dark Steak versus Obafemi and Ricky and Hank and Tank. Bro, that match was lit. I ain't gonna lie. Every time Dark Steak faced the biggest stars, man, they kill it. But the problem was, every time these guys get in the ring with the big dogs, they always end up losing, right? Due to egos clashing and all that bit. But this time, we had a personal, I don't want to say this, but Lord forgive me for saying this, but this time we had a personal Lord and Savior at this point. Because look, guess who pulled up to make sure that Hank and Tank and Obafemi and Ricky scored a dub? I believe in Joe Hendry. God damn it, man. Joe came in and cost Dark Steak the match. And guess who took the pin? Guess who took the pin? The white boy. The black man was standing tall while the white boy get jobbed out. That's crazy, man. I know Andrea Rizzo was looking like, why you gotta do my man like hey, why you gotta do my man like that, huh? Huh? Why you gotta do my man like that? Huh? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that to my man, huh? How the fuck is that funny, huh? Huh? Why you gotta do that? I'm not good at doing Italian accents, but damn, I know she looking at home like, what? Like, hey, why you gotta do that to my man, huh? Hey, why you gotta do that to my man, hey? Huh? How the fuck that look funny, huh? Huh? I can't do it right. But no, I mean, they definitely jobbed out her boyfriend, man. But hey, can't mess with the rednecks, dog. But you gotta blame Joe Henry because he the one did it. So. Hey, listen, if they do another tag team match, I'm all for it, because Dark Steak killing it right now, man. It's tag teams, they killing it. So I can't wait to see more, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But the NXT to me gets an 8 out of 10 to me. But actually, hold up. Shoot, I forgot about this. Jordynne Grace versus Kylie Armstrong. Man, that match sucked. You want to know why? Because Kylie Armstrong is supposed to get that dub, and instead you give it to Jordynne Grace. It's ridiculous. Favorism, bro. And then, of course, Blake Shelton came out, a.k.a. Maya May, came out and tried to throw blows, but it didn't work, because after she came out and tried to fight with them heels on, or what type of boot she put on, that when she came out there with, she got landed right on the steel chest, like she got thrown in the steel steps, and then as she got thrown, for some reason, she started bleeding. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know how the blood came, But for some reason, they were brawling out till security came. And then as soon as Shawty was on the ground, she noticed that her nose was bleeding. I didn't know where the hell that came from. But for some reason, her nose was bleeding. And I didn't understand it. So that definitely broke my heart. I hate to see a black woman lose to somebody that's not them. It's ridiculous. I didn't like it one bit. I think that was trash. So that match to me gets a 2 out of 10. Because you should have gave that ball to Kylie Armstrong. And don't get me wrong, the match was okay, but it was boring at the same time. So I have to give it a 2 out of 10 because that was just ridiculous, man. To see Jordynne Grace beat her like that was just ridiculous. But this is twice now that Jordynne Grace did Kylie Armstrong wrong, and I really hope that Kylie Armstrong will get her lick back, but she's probably going to team up with Maya May to do that. But then again, we did see backstage she was talking to Andrea Grace, so she might use her to her advantage. And I won't be surprised if Maya May team up with Andrea Grace to have a little backup, you know what I'm saying? But Kylie Armstrong, she definitely need to get her lick back because Jordynne Grace did her bowl, and she got to get her payback. So I hope she does that because that's just ridiculous that Jordynne Grace would do her like that, knowing that it shouldn't be like it. She talking about, damn, y'all don't respect y'all elders. First of all, it ain't got nothing to do with that. You don't even respect the young talent. That woman got disrespected twice, and already you talking shit. I hope my black queen get on her ass because that's just ridiculous. And I need to watch Evolve. Because that's just sad. This woman's a champion and she getting jobbed out by a white girl with braids. That's a bitch move. But again, it is what it is. I mean, my relationship with Jordynne Grace is like 50-50. I rock with her and there's times I don't. But I am glad that her husband is doing well. Shout out to Jonathan. I'm glad he's doing well. And like I said, I would talk more about it, but I gotta go. So this episode of NXT gets a 7 out of 10. I changed my mind. It's no longer at 8. It's now a 7 because it was kind of average, kind of mid. But again, it would have been much better if new talent would have won that match. And that's why I'm mad that Jordynne would do that. But it is what it is. But y'all get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I just wanted to get that out the way, because like I said, I'm sorry I wasn't live yesterday. I was too tired. But that don't mean that I won't try again next week. So I'll try to come home around 8 o'clock so that way I can get it all together. And that way I won't be behind this time. But I just got to wait and see. So y'all get in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about NXT yesterday. Did y'all thought it was mid? Did you thought it was average? Did you thought it was great? Did you thought it was bad? Y'all let me know in the comment box, all right? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new. And I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? And don't forget, I will be dropping some reaction videos from AEW. So be on the lookout for that, all right? All right, I'm out.